A car has just pulled up in front of me and now there's someone walking towards me. So I'm just going to film for my own protection to see what this is all about. Hi, I'm Kit Birks and I'm attempting to walk the entire length of Europe, all in the name of suicide prevention. This challenge is named Stride Beyond Silence and it's a trek to put mental health on the map. It's the first continuous solo trek of its kind and I'm aiming to do it in 365 days. Good morning, welcome to day 85 of walking the entire length of Europe. All for suicide prevention. I'm going to be leaving here today. I'm going back to where I left off yesterday, if I can hopefully find someone to take me there. Otherwise, I'm just going to be walking exactly the same bit that I walked yesterday. And just going to walk until I can't walk anymore, see if I can pitch my tent somewhere. I'm going through loads of villages, so the rules are here in Sweden and Norway that you're allowed to pitch your tent wherever you want. That's your right. But it has to be 200 metres away from a house, and you can't stay for more than one day if you're near a house. All packed up. My whole world. That's my whole world right there. It's everything I need in life. So did 13 miles before lunch, and now I've got 12 miles left. Tell you what, the villages here are so beautiful with really sweet cabins right over the lakes. We'd definitely like to own one. One can dream. These days aren't always going to be the most interesting, I fear. It's going to be a lot of repetition, a lot of routine, and basically just trying to grind out a marathon a day on these roads. But yeah, just trying to basically get loads of miles in as quickly as possible. So strap yourselves in for that. But still gonna hopefully camp at some really good places, meet some cool people. So maybe I'm being a bit mean. That is gonna be boring, but it's just gonna be a real grind. Okay, so this is not good. So I have my tent, and then I keep the poles and the pegs in their own little bags separate, and I normally slot them in the side pocket of my rucksack. So that's where they are. But the bags themselves got wet. So when I got to that little cabin in Yadade, I actually put them above a radiator, and like there was these little hooks. They're still there. Yeah. Fuck. You can't really put up a tent tonight without poles and pegs. I've already screamed and like cursed. And now I'm just, oh my god. Okay. Well, I've done my miles pretty much for today. I'm on mile 22. Oh my god. First of all, I read you the miles that I did yesterday, because I'm a tit, and now, oh my god. Okay, let me figure this one out. Anyway, so I got a bus. I found out there was a bus on that route, and it leaves again from here to go back to Strömsund tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So unlike me to be early for something, and I'm early this morning. Quite proud of myself. Officially walked 1,000 miles. 1,000 miles have been walked. I'm now a little bit hobbly, but that's fine. So now all I've got left is 4,312 miles. It's nothing, really. It's nothing. It's so much. Walking 1,000 miles has shown me I'm far more capable and resilient than I ever believed. I still feel fear out here, but I've faced every obstacle and kept going. What I've learned is that courage isn't about being fearless, it's about moving through it. And if we throw ourselves headfirst into the things that scare us, we might just discover we're capable of far more than we ever imagined. 32 miles today.
Biggest milestone, but worth it. I'm now in Strömsund. I'm now on the E45 road, which is going to take me all the way down south, pretty much. It feels like a good moment. It feels like proper progress. I am just cream crackered. I also realised I filmed like half the day in slow motion. I was so confused why I had like so much less hours left on my SD card. And it's because I was like, I didn't think I filmed that much today because I was just really going for it with the miles. And I filmed so much. So none of that can be used because the audio gets taken away as well. So it's just me going. Anyway, okay, I'm just gonna eat and go to bed.
So I've just been given a lovely envelope full of goodies by the lovely Sandra who's had me to stay. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Safe travels the rest of the way.
Thank you, I really, really appreciate it. I said this yesterday, but it was in slow-mo. This is tedious. It's quite a lot just walking on one road. And this is actually even worse because it's just so straight. Oh! Absolute craziest name for a place that I've seen so far on this journey is just coming up. I will buy someone a packet of strawberry laces if they know how to pronounce that. And if you're Swedish, it doesn't count. You have to be from outside of Sweden. That top one, what the hell? Those are bear tracks, which is very cool. So, not that I'll probably see any because I'm walking on the roads, but there's even more here as well. That's cool. Apparently there's quite a few bear sightings around this region. Good morning, welcome to day 89. It's very chilly this morning. It's a beautiful morning, but it's chilly. I slept very well, but I've woken up feeling almost like hungover. I'm just really exhausted, but that's okay. I've got 2 more days until Ostersund, and then I will have a rest day. So plan for today, EP08, an eviction, is to just walk until I can't walk anymore. I'll be staying at this cabin again tonight because between here and Ostersund there is just nothing, and I'm not really wanting to sleep right next to a motorway. So I'm going to be coming back to this cabin, which will be really nice, and then carrying on tomorrow and then into Ostersund. Body is feeling it today. There is something going on with my left foot. I had this problem when I did the West Highland Way. It becomes like this tightening feeling around the middle of my foot, almost like there's a rubber band going. So I've completely loosened off all the laces, massaged it lots last night and heard lots of crunches. It's clearly just not dealing very well with the douche. Anyway, blue skies, sunshine. Let's go out and hopefully do many, many miles.
This mission is about making as much noise for suicide prevention as possible, because silence costs lives. Suicide is the biggest killer of men under 50 and young people under 35 in the UK. 1 in 5 of us will think about it at some point. We can't afford to stay quiet. Every step I take is for those who didn't make it, and to help save the next.
It has suddenly got absolutely freezing. Whew. Like it is really cold.
Hello. I made it back. I showered. Ended up doing 21 miles today. It got cold, it got windy. Made it. And then went to the shop and picked up some stuff to make like wraps, but made with like the bread is sami bread. And then this is some kind of like vegan pulled barbecue chunks. So that's very exciting. Look at that. Yes, please. And I got a message through from the owners who said that they'd looked at my Instagram and saw my story. And they wanted to give me this night completely for free. They've donated me this night in this cabin, which I showed you yesterday, but it's really cute. And this double bed, oh my god, it was heaven last night. I was like full spread eagled, like oh, it's good. Anyway, I don't really think I've got much more to say. I'm knackered now. I can't wait for a rest day. Got one more day to do tomorrow. Got 18 miles to do tomorrow. And then going into Ostersund. Big city. Big city. Okay. Eat, sleep, see you tomorrow morning. So it's a very, very windy and pretty cold day. So I have been walking more and more in my down coat, which I don't normally do, but especially when the road isn't that busy right now, but when the cars go past, it gets really cold because they're generating wind and things like that. But get to Ostersund today. So excited. And this lovely person who wishes to remain anonymous has gifted me a night in a hotel. They donated to the crowdfunder, and they said that they wanted that to go towards a night at a hotel, whichever city I get to next. So I messaged them saying thank you so much. I actually get to Ostersund today, which is so lovely. so lovely. Okay, so found my hotel. Check-in isn't for another hour, so I'm going to go explore, get some food because I didn't stop for lunch today. It was just too windy. I hardly even wanted to film anything. My hands were getting so cold, my face was cold. But what's really exciting is that I asked, do you have any rooms with a bath? And she was like, yeah, our standard rooms have baths. Some have baths, and there was one left. So I'm going to have a bubble bath tonight. What the heck? What the heck? Anyway, let's go get some food. Oh, I've just seen a dinosaur. So, the person who gifted me this hotel stay wants to remain anonymous, but I am so unbelievably grateful, and I can't believe I have a bath. I haven't had a bath on this entire journey. This is my first bath, and I went to the supermarket and got myself a face mask. So I feel like a proper spoiled princess right now. Day 91, and it's a rest day, thank goodness. Oh my god, I need it. I've been stretching out this morning and do some more stretches this evening, and I'm actually going to go to a museum today. So let's go have a little explore around Ostersund. Go to this museum. I have no idea really what the museum's about. I then need to get some more camping gas because for the next, I don't know how many days, but probably for the next like 5 nights anyway, it will be tent time. So I'll be in the tent again, get back to that, and then need to get some resupply food bits as well. So let's go for a little explore, shall we? That first exhibition felt like I was just walking around Ikea. Apparently it was called Everyday Life, so it makes sense. Now to go to the historical part. I'm so confused by this place. So all like the really cool stuff, like they have an old bakery, dairy, and other shops, what it would have looked like, you know, decades ago, which normally you can go in and walk around. Those are the bits that are closed. So I'm seeing all these old, you know, buildings, which is cool, but kind of when I've been out walking, I've been able to see lots of old sort of Sami huts and stuff. Cows! Hey cows! Do you want the good news or the bad news? Okay, I'll tell you the bad news first. The bad news is that my first phone fail, my first toenail's fallen. I've lost my first toenail this evening. It's gone. Hasta la vista, toenail. I hope you had a good time. So that's gone. So a bit of a tender toe underneath there. But the good news is that these pillows are absolutely mad. They're so big. Like, that's the size of like a normal pillow. And then this, I mean, look. I could probably fit like my head 1, 2, 3, 4. I could probably fit 5 of my heads along here. Absolute madness. I wish I could bring one of those along for the ride in my tent, but can't, sadly. Good morning. Welcome to day 92. So, couldn't get camping gas or other bits and bobs yesterday because most of the shops were closed. So going to go do that now. Then going to pack up because this room is looking like a bomb went off just because I've been sorting things out. I'm also going to try and get a proper rucksack liner instead of using just bin bags. So that is the plan of action right now. And then it'll be a bit of a late checkout, about 11:30, to then get walking for the day. So let's go to this camping shop. That was very successful. Managed to get camping gas. Managed to get some actually like really different energy bars. Mainly I've been having protein bars that are chocolate based, and I've been able to find ones that are nut based, which is far more exciting. And then probably the most exciting thing is that I've now got a proper lightweight inflatable sleeping mat again, because I got that big roll mat when my other one got punctured, and it's just so big and clunky, and my rucksack that I have doesn't have anywhere to attach a roll mat, so it's just been a nightmare, and it's been falling off and flapping in the wind and really big. So all good. And then they were asking me about what I was doing, and I told them. One guy who worked there gave me an idea to maybe use some of the cycle routes if I didn't want to go on the big busy road, so I've got that to look into. And there was a woman who was just purchasing a rucksack, and she gave me her details. She lives further down south, and I'm going to be passing straight through where she lives, and she's offered me a place to stay. So beautiful stuff. So I just got stopped by the police. That was the first time that's ever happened. So all my stuff is just all out of my bag and all over the place, as I had to show them my passport. They wanted to see my ID. Basically, I was walking on the wrong side of the bridge, on the right side that you should be walking on the road, but there is a path here. A bit dumb, I didn't see it. Anyway, he took a picture of my passport. He said, oh, there's no problem. And they just asked me some questions, and that was that. But yeah. Anyway, my heart was racing for a little bit there. You can support the mission by donating through the GiveStar page. The link is in my bio. Every penny goes directly to Calm and ADHD UK, 2 charities doing vital work to prevent suicide. So far, we've raised an incredible £12,244, including gift aid. Only give what you can, every penny counts. So I've arrived at this campground and met one of the owners who is really lovely. And they don't normally do tent pitches here, it's normally just motorhomes or cars with indoor lodging. So she's just going to go speak to the other owners and let me know what they can do for the night for me. As I walk down these roads, yeah, there's some lovely campsites, but loads of them are just motorhomes. So anyway, for motorhomes. We'll see what she says. Hopefully I can put my tent up somewhere. The mountains. I miss you.
Mamma, ska vi äta den här? Okej. Ja, Sofia.
So I was able to get sorted out with a stay, but it was a stay inside because they saw how cold it was and then they understood what I was doing and they gave me a place inside. So this is where I'm staying. This is my bed for the night. When am I going to get back in my tent? I do not know, because everyone is just constantly being so lovely and so nice and so generous. And not only that, Margarita bought me food. So she went and got vegetarian lasagna and some blueberry pie and an apple, which I'm going to have tomorrow. And then I went over to their house and sat with them, and they have 2 young daughters as well, Sophia and Elizabeth, and sat with them having a cup of tea. And Sophia then brought me over a muffin that she'd made, and she really wanted me to have it, even though I was so full after having the delicious homemade food that Margarita had made. Anyway, so I've had a really lovely evening with them and just sat around chatting, and also with Alexander, the husband, and we just had a really lovely time. And I felt so good because even though I've been staying at these lovely places recently, I haven't had that much human connection, like actually sitting with people, chatting, hearing about their lives, them asking about my life, and it's just been so nice, and I feel so lucky. So yeah, I'm staying here for free, which is mad. Out here, which you probably can't see, but there's like a jacuzzi, so I'm going to use that in the morning. That'd be a good way to start the day. And I've been fed, I've been watered, I've been teed, I've been conversationed. I feel so lucky. So yeah, what a lovely way to end the day. Good morning and welcome to day 70. Oh, let's start that again. Welcome to day 93. I slept really well last night. Oh, it was heaven. And oh my god, what's wrong with me this morning? What happened last night? Nothing. I slept. I had a really lovely time. I already filled you in on that. I'm having my breakfast. I've had my breakfast. I'm now having a coffee and a pear. Nice pear in it. Yeah. Set myself a goal of 44 kilometres today. Just to get to a good end point in my mind. So I'm going to try and do that. So that's about 26 miles. So let's see how that goes. I need to do my stretches and then get going. This is so tedious. There is something quite wrong with my left foot. It's got worse. Still got about 6 miles. Sore, man. It's really sore. Yeah, what a day. 29 miles in the end. The road is horrible. It's such a busy road, and actually there isn't much walking room, whereas before between Ostersund and Ostersund there was just kind of a little bit place where you could walk. It's just horrible. And when it's really rainy and grey, I just feel super, like, you just can't really see me, even though I've got like lights and reflective gear and everything. Anyway, I've got to this like village because I don't want to pitch my tent right next to the busy road. Being able to come in to have a pizza and sort of pat myself dry and change into some warm clothes. And then I'm just gonna go ask them in a minute if I can pitch my tent in like around the back of the restaurant on this little patch of grass I saw. And hopefully they'll be like, yeah, sure, you can. Because even though you can tent wherever you want in Sweden, if you're near buildings, you have to be at least 200 meters away. And around here, that's just not really possible. And as I said, I don't want to pitch my tent right on the road. So I'm gonna see what they say. They seem nice here, so hopefully I can. Time to sleep. I'm so knackered. I'll either see you back in my tent or I'll see you tomorrow morning. So I asked last night at the restaurant if I could pitch my tent on this little grassy patch outside of it. And they were like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. I was like, great. And I got an ice cream. I was having my ice cream and then I was chatting to one of the lovely members of staff called Elisa. And she ended up being like, do you want to just crash on my sofa? Please, I'd love to have you over. You're doing such an amazing thing. So very, very kindly, she let me sleep on her sofa last night, which was very comfortable and very snuggly. Everybody that I come across, if I film them, I ask for consent. Anyway, she was not a fan of the camera. She was like, no, like really didn't want to be on camera, which is totally fine. And I applied that same principle within her home out of just a respect of privacy type thing. Anyway, so I had a lovely night on a sofa last night. Very, very sweet. She bought me a coffee this morning. And then I got ready to go. And was just passing this supermarket, so I decided to grab an iced coffee as well. Make myself extra caffeinated. And now I'm just going to get on the road and start walking. I have no idea how far I'm going to walk today. I'm basically just going to walk until I can't walk anymore. My left foot is still really, really, really sore. But only when I'm like walking with my backpack on. Otherwise it's sort of okay. It's a bit tender. So I'm just trying to keep an eye on it. I'm not going to do as many miles as I did yesterday because it was 44k, which is 26 miles, which is, it could be more. I could do more. But it's crazy how I think that isn't that good now. Anyway, I'm blabbering. Let's go and do some miles. So got to this lovely campsite called Bracken, and it's owned by a Dutch family who moved here about a year ago, so very similar age to me as well. And she knew what I was doing and told me that she has a sister who's also a recovering drug addict, so she knows how deeply it can cut and affect families as well as the person going through it. So she offered me a free night stay in this cabin, which is so kind, like so kind. And I'm even kinder because I went outside just now and it is freezing out there. I feel again very, very lucky and very spoilt. And then she asked me if it's okay for her husband to pop over later this evening and that he'd knock on the door, and is that okay, because she knows that he'd really love to chat to me about what I'm doing. And I was like, yeah, of course. So we chatted for a long time and he was so lovely, and he then told me that he'd lost one of his best friends to suicide earlier this year in March. And you know, he was the one that had to do CPR to try and bring him back to life, but it was unsuccessful. So it was a really harrowing, really sad story. And you know, as I've heard a few times now, he said no one knew that he was suffering, no one knew that he was in pain. He said that he had ADHD and struggled with emotions and self-image, but no one knew that he was suffering so badly that he'd want to take his life. So another very stark reminder of how this takes people silently and how much further we have to go to help save more lives. So I've added his friend Frederick to the flag, and I will be now carrying him with me. I feel very lucky. And he also brought over Snickers, 4 Snickers bars for me. It's almost like they're my favourite. which was very, very sweet. So I feel very lucky once again to be taken care of and to be brought into people's, not just homes but lives, to share so openly and honesty with me. And I feel very privileged that I get to hear other people's stories, as painful and as sad as they may be. It shows that we need to speak about these things.
So I've seen a lot of people be doing that, having like rollerblade skis, and it's people practicing for the cross-country ski season that is fast approaching. But there's been quite a few people I've seen on these pavements just going along. Funny. But hey, you gotta get your training in.
I'm carrying a flag with the names of those we've lost to suicide, my way of honouring their lives with every step I take. If you'd like me to add a name, you can comment on this video or message me privately. I'll carry them with me, with love, with respect, and with purpose, every step of the way. Good morning, welcome to day 96. I didn't really film much last night, I was so pooped. I did some other content stuff, and then I just passed out, really sleepy. Massive storm broke out just as I got into this cabin last night, which was pretty lucky timing. Right, it's going to be a big day today. I'm hoping to do about 40, maybe 42k. It's cold out there today. It's going to be very rainy. So let's go face the storms, shall we?
It's actually very cold today, misleadingly so. So it's 4 degrees, but it's quite windy. And then when you're on the road with the wind of the traffic, it feels very, very chilly. I've had to stop 3 times and re-layer. Better move faster then, maybe I'll stay a bit warmer.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry, there's not really been much content, I don't think, today. I've really just tried to lock in and just get through the miles, and did 31 miles, finally got to this place called Sveg, which means that I'm only 136 kilometers away from Mora, which is where I'm going to meet my sister. Yay! But she's going to be here in 7 days, and it's only going to... 6 days, and it's only going to take me 4 days to walk. And I am so knackered. My foot is being sore and I've still been walking on it. It's getting a bit better, and my back is sore. So I think I'm going to have a rest day here tomorrow, and then push on for those 4 days, and then wait for my sister to arrive, which I can't wait. I won't lie, I'm really struggling with loneliness. It's really lonely out here. Like, it's just me, and then I see people briefly at campsites, but most of these campsites are just, they're kind of closed, so you just have to phone a number to get a place for the night. And then I don't want to sleep in my tent in the middle of a city. I don't know. I'm too tired to think about everything right now. I'm really exhausted, so I'm going to go to bed. Sorry that it hasn't been more exciting, but I think it's going to get more exciting when my sis comes. I hope. Okay, night, 31 miles. Yay. Actually, truly, in other exciting news, finally, ADHD, the other charity that I'm fundraising for, has been added to the GiveStar page, which means from here on out, all money raised through the GiveStar platform will be split in half. Half going to CALM, which is campaigning against living miserably, and half going to ADHD. And ADHD is a charity that does amazing work to try and prevent suicides within the demographic of people that have autism and ADHD. People with autism and ADHD are 25% more likely to commit suicide, which is a really scary fact and figure. So yeah, just so you know, they've been added to the GiveStar page, and if you want to donate, please head over to the link in my bio. The link at the top will take you to a GiveStar page. That is the only page that is taking funds for charitable donations for this mission, and you can donate to charity and it'll go to both of them. So that's exciting, isn't it? Alright. Top of the morning to you. It's day 98 today. Crazy. 2 days off 3 digits. Anyway, said goodbye to the campsite that I was staying at. It was a good rest day yesterday. And now off again. Plan is to do 38k today, which is 23 miles. And getting to an SDF. Haven't been in an SDF place. An SDF cabin tonight. Quite nice. I've been able to walk off road on sort of more of a track away from the big road for the last 4 miles, and still got another 1.5 miles. So been lovely. Yeah, I'm feeling actually really good. My body is feeling so much better. It's getting more and more used to this. So yeah, and I'm just getting so excited about my sister arriving. It's really not long now. And then once she leaves, not that I want to think about that yet, it's going to be less than 2 weeks until I'm in Gothenburg, which is mad. It really is. It's getting there. I can't wait. A car has just pulled up in front of me, and now there's someone walking towards me. So I'm just going to film for my own protection to see what this is all about. Hi. Pardon? Yes? I am Kit Birks. No way! Oh my gosh! Wow!
I'm impressed what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. What's your name?
I'm Jerker.
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 Oh my gosh, that's so cool!
Yeah.
Oh my wow!
So I'm following you since you started in Norway and everything.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cool!
Can I have a photo of you?
Absolutely, of course you can.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Great.
Oh my god, amazing! Can I get a picture?
Sure, sure.
This is Jerker. You've been following me since Norway.
Yeah.
That's so cool! Wow, I can't believe that. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I was filming because I was worried. That is so cool. Aww. Well, that's made me happy and definitely going to keep me going. Can't believe that. Okay, it's been a long day. Don't know why it just felt very long. Currently on mile 20. So still got another 5k, 3 miles to go. So that's that then. Yeah, my foot was okay and now it's feeling a little bit. But the fact that it's been okay for most of the day is a pretty good sign. Okay.